HP R. Maybe. Hello, EMH. Thanks for joining us. Hey, CO. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a few. I'm gonna give people a chance to. Oh, whoa. Shoot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give. Wait, hold on. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna give people a chance to trickle in a little bit, just so that people have a. People who are catching the stream a little later have a chance to see. And then once we have a few people in here, I'll start rolling. Thank you. Hi, Konam. You're very welcome. Thank you for your support. Let me see here. Why are you pulling for Dehya? Great question. I think mostly just because I like her personality and her aesthetics a lot. I think that's the main reason. I don't know if I'll end up... I don't know if she'll end up being very useful. We'll see. So far, Dehya's story quest has made me hungry for biryani. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I hope everybody's doing well too. While I wait, I'm gonna try out the... I'm gonna try her trial, see if I'm really sold on her. So my understanding is that her skill is, it's kind of like Goro's, I think. It like puts down like a field and then she can move it when she recasts it. And then it deals pyro damage periodically every 2.5 seconds, I think. I think the biggest issue is the fact that her skill procs so slowly, because every 2.5 seconds is not very good, especially if it's only going to last 12 seconds. That's only, what is that, 4 or 5 procs. So it's just not dealing pyro damage very frequently. So I don't think the damage from the skill is going to be too consequential. I think the main thing is her burst. So I imagine she's going to be kind of like an on-field pyro attacker. It's on an 18-second cooldown, which is a little better. At least it's not 20 seconds. So then it allows for a slightly tighter rotation if you can. But I don't think it's going to be great. Because I think, if my understanding is correct, it doesn't work with Xingqiu. Or it doesn't proc Xingqiu skills. Or rain swords, I think. So that takes away a lot of damage potential for her. Yeah, if her skill had 100% uptime, that would be a lot better, I think. She's so pretty and hot. Yes, that's the real reason I'm rolling for her pretty much. Hello, do you plan to make a new team comp sheet on Reddit that includes Dendro teams and new characters? Will you wait for more Dendro characters before making a new one? Oh, good question, Charles Fernandez. I do want to try to make another one of those. It has been a while since I made one. I think the last one I made was like from version 2.6 or 7, I think. So yeah, it doesn't have any Dendro characters. They do take a while to make, and it's a little daunting just because Dendro characters have been added, and that completely busts open the number of team comps that are available. So I'm going to try to brainstorm like a good way to categorize the different team comps, but I'll try to work on that. All right, let's see how she feels here. Oh, it's pretty big though. Wow, the field is a lot bigger than I expected it to be actually. It's proccing for about 6k, but that's with the vaporize. Yeah, so it's not terribly strong as far as I can tell. And the cooldown is quite low or quite high too. So it's looks like it's a 20-second cooldown. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it didn't go on cooldown. Oh, because I can recast it. I see. Okay. So I can recast it to move it. Yeah, it's a 20-second cooldown, lasts for 12 seconds, so it's only 60% uptime. Yeah, and each of her punches doing about 6-7k on crits. Also not too impressive, especially considering we can't really vaporize those hits. So yeah, I think she leaves a lot to be desired in terms of damage output, I think. But look at that burst animation, by gosh. That burst animation is worth 80 wishes. Is the live stream thumbnail a picture of my face again? Took 82 pity, but won my 50-50. Congratulations. Hopefully I won't go all the way to 82 pity, but we'll see. It would be really nice if I can get her early so I can save the wishes for somebody who's actually good. But we will see. It is my face. Okay, that's too bad. I guess it just defaults to... Maybe I'll start picking... Maybe I'll start uploading thumbnails whenever I live stream, just so that it doesn't default to my face every time. Wait, Sino's burst lasts forever. Holy crap. It almost has 100% uptime, it feels like. That's kind of nice. Whew. Sino's animations are really nice too, actually. She doesn't work with Yelan Xingqiu. Do you think she'll work with Ayato though? Let's think. So you mean... Do you mean Ayato being the support, like off-field with his burst? Or do you mean her supporting Ayato while he's on-field? Oh, she gains a lot of power from constellations. Interesting. Okay, I haven't looked into her constellation, so I haven't seen that. That might redeem her quite a bit, just because standard banner characters, or it is a lot easier to accumulate constellations for standard banner 5 stars. So maybe that's going to be her redeeming factor. I guess we'll see. Only Nahida can support his uptime, though. Do you have Sino, sir? Please reconsider pulling for Dehya. Dehya is a scam character. I don't have Sino. I am kind of interested in him, just because I don't have like I don't have a very good quick bloom carry other than Raiden, I guess. I feel like, but Raiden's kind of a, I don't know. She's not the best quick bloom carry, just because she has her talent scalings are so high already that she doesn't really benefit much from the aggravate bonuses. Whereas Sino can trigger them a little more consistently and benefits more from them. Off-field Ganyu with Dehya. Yeah, I'm wondering if she can be supported by some kind of like off-field AoE cryo damage dealers. Like if you had like Rosaria plus Ganyu with Dehya on field, and then you kind of have some kind of melt support. But like I covered in the elemental gauge theory video, supporting pyro with off-field cryo is really hard because forward melt is such an expensive reaction. So then a lot of times, even if you have two cryo characters doing off-field, the melts end up becoming reverse melts. So I don't know if it'll work, but that's one possibility, I think. Dehya Burst can work with Nilo Water Ring. Oh, that's interesting. You could use Nilo as a off-field hydro support. Oh, I need to unlock this. Oh. Alright, let me see how many people we've got, and then probably gonna start going here. Alright, 28 people. I think that's good enough. Mona is supposedly okay with Dehya to do the quick burst. Oh, I could see that actually. Yeah, you could put an omen on the enemy. You get a 1 vaporize at least, and then... Yeah, I could see that kind of working. Alright. Let's, Oh, that reminds me. How do I claim the... Aren't I supposed to get fates from clearing the Archon quests? How do I pick those up? Are they in my quest journal? Story quests. We have Faruzan. Wait, I need 2 story keys to unlock Faruzan? Was it always like this? It's 1 story key for Hangout usually, right? Why is she so expensive? Handbook. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, there's a lot of other goodies too. We got artifact experience, character experience. Oh wait, do I just have to click through 22 of these? Oh jeez, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry everybody. I guess this gives people more time to get in here while we do this. Oh, one sec, I'm gonna mute my mic really quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, everyone. What did I miss? We got handbook, seniority tax, granny has standards. Enjoy your 20 intertwined fates. Thank you. Alright, I think we're gonna go for it. Are we ready? I'm also really sad that they paired her with like the worst possible 4 stars. You have what? You have 2 free characters. I mean, Bennett is obviously very good. So people who need Bennett this is fine. But yeah, the fact that they paired her with Cole and Barbara, I feel like they couldn't have picked worse 4-stars here. So I'm pretty upset about that too. I feel like this would have been a really good opportunity to pair her with Candace. Also, Desha's weapon is pretty good if you haven't looked at it. Let's see here. Where do I... Let's see. Crit rate, base... Oh, low base attack. That means it's going to give a ton of crit rate. Is this a 33 crit rate weapon then? I'm assuming? If the base attack is only 46. Elemental skill... It's an opponent. Attack is increased by 20%. After the character takes damage, their attack will be increased by 20%. I see. So you can stack... You can get up to 40% attack by using your skill and also taking damage. The 2 aforementioned effects can be triggered even when the character is not on the field. Oh, interesting. Wait, but then... Oh, after the... Oh, okay. So it's after the elemental skill hits an opponent, not when she uses her skill. So then she can use her skill, go off the field, and then every time it procs, she gets that 8-second buff. And then every time your on-field character takes damage, she absorbs some of that. And then that also procs the second part of it. I see. Oh yeah, this is actually a really good off-field weapon. Or this is a really good weapon for characters who can deal elemental skill damage off-field. This second part is really niche though, because there isn't really any character who can take damage while they're off-field. So this is very, very limited to Dehya. Let's see. Additionally, when not protected by a shield, the character's max HP increased by 32%. Oh wow, I see. Yeah, so this is very, very niche for Dehya, I feel like. What else is a... Who else is a HP scaling claymore? HP scaling claymore. Dory. This is Dory's weapon. I don't know. Is Candace good? I don't know. I also like her design a lot, but I feel like she also has the same problem as Dehya. Her hydro application is like, it pulses relatively slowly, I feel like. Although that may be a good thing, because if you pair her with somebody like Xiangling, who can give like fast pyro application, then that means that each of her hydro pulses can trigger vaporize, which is good. So maybe she's a viable forward vaporize damage dealer, but I don't think that's really her intended role, because she's got that hydro infusion on her burst, and I think that's kind of her main value. Let's see. Is winning the 50-50 on Dehya banner actually winning? Or if you lose to Kaching or Tinari, actually winning? This Betty person is like very, very, very strong about spreading anti-Dehya propaganda. Why do you pull for her? Is she good in your opinion? No, I don't think she's gonna be that good. Looking at her skills and burst and her scalings and her interactions with other characters, namely Xingqiu and Yelan, the fact that she can't proc their bursts, I think her usage is gonna be very limited. But I'm pulling for her just because she looks really good. All right, I'm really gonna do it now. Here we go. I'm just gonna burn all, I have, what is this, 40 fates and then 160, so about 70. I have 75 here, so yeah, I have more than enough to hit soft pity, but I don't think I think it's a 50-50 for me. So I'll go until I roll a 5-star, and then if I lose the 50-50, I don't know if I'm gonna keep going for it. We'll see. Alright, we got a really good 4-star weapon here. The best 4-star weapon possible. Alright, we got a Constellation. Sack Greatsword. Not too bad. I think I have a lot though. Pulling meta in 2023. Yeah, who needs meta, right? Whoa, 2 Constellations. And a Fab Sword, actually. Okay, this is a really good pull, actually. This is great. Alright. Time to burn into the Fates. Oh! We got an early one, okay. We got our early. Let's see what we got. This would be great if it's Dehya, because then that means I can stop pulling and actually use my wishes for somebody useful. We'll see. Are you gonna try to make her work in Abyss? Yeah, I'm gonna at least attempt to use her just to see how it goes. But yeah, I don't have super high hopes, but I'll still try my best. Another Collate. Wow, all of my 4 stars have been Collate. That's kind of weird. That's kind of nice because Collate is the only character that I need constellations on. So these 4. Oh my goodness, we actually did it. We actually got early 5-star and we won the 50-50. This is a best case scenario here. This is great. Well, I guess I should always stream my pulls from now on. Usually they don't. Bell Dehya. All right, that's what it was meant to be. Let me see how far I can get her up. Streamer luck, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, pretty wild. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I farmed a bunch of these, and I also farmed a bunch of... I pre-farmed a bunch of the boss materials, too, so that I could at least ascend her. So let's see how far we can get her here. Oh, before I do that, I need to do the most important thing. I need to put her into my teapot to maximize her friendship points as quickly as possible. Can't waste any time here. Yeah, saved me a lot of wishes. Really, really lucky there. Because, yeah, I still have 10,000 primos left, which is a good... What is that? 60 wishes, so... Or no. Yeah, about 60 wishes, yeah. So that sets me up nicely for whoever is going to come next. I can pull... Oh, whoops. I can pull Dory off. Alright, Dehya's going to join the crew here. Gotta start accumulating those friendship points early. Oh, I just realized these guys look pretty similar in their icons. Like, I clicked on Xinyan thinking it was actually Dehya, but it's actually... Huh. Alright, let's go. Oh, and her ascension stat is HP percent. Oh my goodness. I think this is the first 5-star I've ever seen with a basic stat as their ascension stat. This is actually so sad. Because all of the other 5-stars have usually crit or damage percent as their ascension stat. I don't think... Yeah, is there another 5-star that has like attack, defense, or HP as their ascension stat? I feel like this is the first one. This is actually so depressing. They really wronged her. 5-star Xinyan. Does any Dehya cons help her be actually good? I'm gonna look at her constellations. That's a good question. Max HP is increased by 20%. Oh, passive. Wow. And she deals... Oh, no. I see. And she deals bonus damage based on her max HP when using the following attacks. Molten Inferno's damage will be increased by 3.6% of her max HP. Leonine Bite. Okay, so this is just like just an attack or extra damage on her skill and burst based on her HP. That's always good. So this is kind of like the Zhongli treatment. Like, Zhongli's passive gives him a lot more damage based on his HP, so then it's kind of the same thing, but it's locked behind a constellation instead of a passive, which is kind of sad. Molten Inferno Raging Flame, the duration of the create will be increased by... Oh, okay, and then C2 increases the uptime on her skill. Yeah, so these are kind of like key pieces of her kit, or kind of gaps in her kit that people identified that are being kind of locked behind these constellations. So then this gives you... This pretty much solves your uptime problem because it lasts for 12 seconds. It has a 20-second cooldown, and then with the extra 6 seconds, that means it lasts for 18 seconds, which means it brings it up to a 90% uptime potentially. When the Fiery Sanctum exists on the field, damage dealt by its next coordinated attack will be increased by 50% when active characters within the Fiery Sanctum field are attacked. I see. Okay, and then this is just a flat damage increase. So again, just making it stronger. C4, Flame Mane's Fist, Incineration Drive, attack unleashed during Leonine Bite. Hit opponents, they will restore 1.5 energy. Oh, interesting. And heal. Oh, okay. So it heals her too. I see. So the idea is you use her skill to absorb damage for your allies while Dehya is off field. And then you switch to her, use her burst, and then heal it back up. And you also get the energy back. I see. So then the C4 kind of gives you sustain. So even if you... So I feel like if you have C4 Dehya, even if you don't have a healer on your team, you can probably survive with just her... Well, actually, no. I take that back. Because the on-field character can't be healed. So you would still need some form of sustain. But this at least gives her some really good sustain, which is good. And then her C6, crit rate steroid on Leonine Bite. Additionally, after Flame Mane's Fist attack hits an opponent and deals a crit hit, it will cause the crit damage to increase by 15% for the rest of the duration. Wow, okay. Triggered every 2 seconds. Duration. Crit damage can be increased. Oh, and it stacks. Oh my goodness. Up to 60%. Wow. Okay, yeah. So then her C6 just really makes her a really strong on-field carry. But this, I mean, a C6 5-star to unlock some of these kind of basic requirements, I feel like is not that impressive. Yeah, if she worked with Xingqiu, it would really change things. If her attacks on while she's using her burst could trigger the Rain Swords or Yalan's burst, then that would really help her a lot, just because she can vaporize her hits a lot more frequently. But without that, I think she's gonna be stuck in like low tier 5-star territory. C6 Dehya equal to Hu Tao C1. That's so sad. Her energy regeneration is pretty poor. Oh, that's a good point actually. I don't know how the energy particles work on her skill. I'm assuming with each proc it probably generates like 1 particle or something, hopefully. Something like that. So yeah, even then it's probably very slow. And the fact that she has a 70 energy burst probably doesn't help here. Her burst is only 5 seconds. Yeah, that's kind of rough. I didn't realize her burst only lasts for that kind of... You basically have enough to like do complete one chain of her charge attacks, and then you pretty much switch off of her. So then she's almost like a burst support, where you just put down her skill, you do your other things with your other characters, and you swap her in really quick, use her burst and charge attacks, and you swap out, and then she's done. So that's what she's like shaping up to be. I'm wondering if she can be used to use as like a overload driver, like if you had like Xingqiu official like off field supporting her. I feel like something like that could work, where each of her, well actually I don't even know if her burst attacks will trigger Oz's or officials like C6, so maybe it's not that good. Huh. I need to craft more of these. I need 6 of these, I think. Yeah. If it was a burst state like Noelle or Ito, she would have been great. Long rid. Now bring Dehya artifacts and supports. Her skill trigger interval is abysmal. 1 proc equals 1 particle, regardless of number of enemies hits. Okay, cool. Same as Star Platinum. Her skill damage as much damage as Guo. You tap left click during her burst to get more attacks. No official C6 either. Oh dang, okay. Yeah, that's really rough. Yeah, so I guess since her punches during her burst don't count as normal attacks, which means that Oz won't trigger the C6 effect each time she punches. So then you can't really overload very consistently either, I think. So that's kind of a bummer also. Yeah, wow, they were really afraid of making her too strong or something. I don't know, I guess she is a standard banner character, but still. I feel like they could have been a little bit more liberal here. For the record, I'm also pulling for her. Nice. That's what I like to hear. It would be great if Dehya's burst traded Xingqiu's procs with a new mechanic. Alright, what do we want? We want... I feel like Archaic... This just gives flat... It just gives attack and some high HP. I don't have... I mean, I have Bell, which gives HP, but... I mean, the passive is... This shield can only be triggered while protected by a shield. The character gains 24% increased damage. This isn't too bad, actually, because then I get HP, and then I get the damage percent as long as I have a shield. So I would have to pair her with a shielder to get to benefit from that damage percent buff from Bell. Do her talents actually scale off of HP? Oh, okay, it does, it does. So it scales off of some of attack and then some HP. Okay, I see. And then, yeah, same with the burst. Some attack and some HP, okay. So I'm thinking Bell might actually be an okay 4-star. The other thing I'm thinking is maybe a sack, because then it gives ER, since her burst is pretty expensive compared to how few energy particles she generates. So then the ER is going to help her maintain uptime, and then the skill reset also gives her a chance to kind of improve the uptime on her skill, which I think is good. So I'm actually leaning towards sack. I feel like it could be pretty good. Let's try that. Let's see here. Bad timing after Tinari, who is pretty good. She's probably the worst standard banner character. They went out of her way to make her terrible. Dehya is like C6 Yalan in Fontaine new meta. She's like a kit design puzzle. What character can they possibly release that would have made her overpowered, but not any other Pyro characters? This is so sad. So sad. Oh, I have a bunch of Acquaint Fates saved up. Do you guys want to watch me roll those too? Looks like I have exactly 2 sets of these. I have exactly 20 after I ascended her, so I could roll 2 sets of the standard banner. Should I go for it? Oh, Favonius. Maybe you're right. Maybe Favonius is better. I only have one. Favonius Greatsword R5 is pretty good. She can only proc Pyro every 2.5 seconds, so not great for Burgeon. Will you pull for a weapon? Yeah, let's go. Okay, alright, let's go. Let's take a break from upgrading her. I'm gonna go for 2 standard banner sets. Here we go. Give me a Claymore or something. We got we got we got a Sack Lance. Or a Fav Lance. That's really nice. Fav Lance. Oh, and Fav Greatsword. Okay, this is great actually. Wow, I got 3 4-stars here. I didn't expect that. That's kind of nice. I like never use Goro, but that's okay. And then second one we got. Oh my God! What in the world? What the heck? This literally never happens. I literally never get 5 stars early. I already have C6 Rosaria, so it doesn't matter. That's just Star Glitter. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh my God! And it's the ER Claymore. Oh my goodness. It's like they're listening to me. Jesus. That's so funny. I could just give her this, I guess. I could just give her this. Because, yeah, this has ER, which is badly needed. Let's see, all damage percent, vacuum blade. Okay, yeah, the rest of it is not great, but then, yeah, the damage percent she can use, and the ER is nice. So, I feel like this could work. Yeah, it's probably going to be this or Fav Greatsword. I'm probably going to use one of those too. But wow, yeah, that's my first 5-star Claymore too, so that's pretty exciting, because I've always wanted a 5-star Claymore for, like, Eula or Diluc, I guess. Eula or Diluc. Or Beidou. Those are the 3 that I kind of use more frequently. This is the first time I'm watching one of your streams, so it's totally because of me. Thank you so much, Yas Jetho. Scripted. You were meant to mean Dehya. Yeah, the game is... This is actually just an ad. This is a sponsored ad by Genshin Impact to motivate players to pull for Dehya. How far can I level this? What's the refinement material here? Let's see. I can just go all 3 stars here, right? Oh no, all of those thrilling tales. Hold on, hold on. We're not gonna feed those thrilling tales. Please rate your experience for Genshin Impact. Dawe coming in with the ad. Max attack is 674. You could go attack sands with ER weapon, I think. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Lock this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 4 in the bank. Okay, we can. I think we can feed the rest away. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Pull Dehya so you can feel like you lost 50-50 even though you won. Okay, I have these things. Or it's these. At least the ascension materials for Skyward Pride is... They're all Mondstadt materials, which is nice. I like hate farming for specters and a lot of the Inazuma and Sumeru enemies, so I'm just glad they're good old slime materials. Oh, I ran out already. Okay. Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Oh, today's Tuesday. I could farm this today. Let's see. Gonna burn all of these. Burn all of these. It looks like I'm not going to be able to get it all the way up though. Spoopy Ogi says, "I got Dehya. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. We can be Dehya mains." Congrats? Question mark. All right, we're only at level 70, so that's too bad. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So even at level 70, where does that put us? Sack Greatsword, 565, 30 ER, 506, 30 ER. Okay, so Sack is still a little bit better. I'll stick with Sack for now, and then we can switch to the Pride once I get this up to level 90. Artifacts. I'm guessing... Let me think. Do you think 4-piece Milith is okay? Because her skill procs regularly. So then it gives the HP, the 2-piece HP for extra damage and scaling. And then while she's off field, the 4-piece Milith effect procs off of her skill hits. It would either be that or maybe like a 2-piece mix between Milith and Crimson Witch. So that we do... Or we could go like all in on her burst and do like 2-piece Noblesse and 2-piece... Oh, you know what? What about Emblem? Do you think 4-piece Emblem would be okay on her? Assuming I go for like an ER weapon. So if I had like 200% ER on her, that means I would get 50% burst damage. Or 50% extra damage on her burst. I wonder if that's worth it. I feel like that could work. That's meme worthy. 4-piece Berserker. Bought my first Xingqiu from the shop after avoiding me for a year. Congratulations! Xingqiu is a huge addition to anybody's roster, so that's a big deal. Emblem of Severed Fate is the best. Her damage is negligible. You need Emblem for her ER. Okay, so it seems like Emblem is kind of the consensus here. So let's go. So probably going to be looking for like some mix of crit rate and HP. Similar to what Yelan builds, I guess. Oh, this one's pretty good. This one's got HP, crit rate, and crit damage. I'll go for that. I'm gonna steal this from Beidou. Thank you. And then what do we got here? Oh, this one's also... I might steal that from Beidou too, but I don't have... Okay, I can give this one to Beidou instead. This one has a lot of CV. So I'll take the HP percent, crit rate, crit damage, EM, okay. And then... Should I go for HP sands, attack sands, or ER sands? Assuming I'm running an ER weapon. I feel like even with the ER weapon, I might need an ER Sands, but I'm not sure. I forget. Do you have Wanderer? I do have Wanderer, yes. I wonder if Thundering Fury would work for a meme build. So kind of like an overload. Like overload proc. And reset her skill cooldown, I guess. Not the emblem hell again. Her hair looks like the gamer headphones, but I'm down with it. Hell yeah. Let's see. We've got attack with some ER. You're the ER guy. I am the ER guy. That is true. I think the duplicate messages were a mistake. Looks like they're deleting them. Thank you. Let's see. But I actually don't have that many ER pieces here. Let me see. ER. Yeah, this one. We got this one. ER HP, but no crit. No crit. Yeah. I've got this attack piece that has a high amount of ER. This one might work. I'm gonna have to do some math later to see like how her scalings work out and see if it's better to like see how to balance her HP and her attack, because her skills and bursts scale off of both HP and attack. So I'll have to see like how much of each she needs. 220 ER for other comps. Attack sands. I'm a little mad that her skill gives you infinite resistance to interrupt, but it lasts only 9 seconds out of the 12-second duration. Is that true? The skill lasts for 12 seconds, but the interruption resist only lasts for 9 seconds? AoE damage. Active characters within this field have their resistance to interruption increased, and when such characters take damage, take this damage over 10 seconds. Let me see here. I don't think so, right? It looks like... It doesn't say otherwise, so I'm assuming you get the interruption resist for the full 12 seconds. Unless I'm missing something. Dehya's attack and max HP. Alright, let's finish off our artifacts. I'm gonna go pyro damage here, since all of her damage is pretty much pyro. Let's see, we have EM, crit damage. Oh, this is actually a really good piece for her. But then that messes up Xiangling's build, and I really don't like breaking Xiangling's artifacts. Because we got 4 lines of crit damage. Well, 3 high rolls? No, it's 4 low rolls. Yeah. 4 lines of crit damage, 2 lines of HP, 1 line of ER. That's really good. Oh, is the interruption resist on her passive? Let me see. I wasn't looking at that. Within 9 seconds after Dehya unleashes Indomitable Flame, she will grant all party members the Gold Forged form state. The state further increase. Oh, I see. Okay. Can be activated once every 18 seconds. I see. Okay. Huh, that is kind of weird. Why don't they just give it to us for the full 12 seconds? Alright, I think... Well, let's see if there's any other pyro damage goblets that also give HP. Because if there is, then I could just use those, I guess. But attack def, crit damage ER, crit damage def attack, crit damage attack. Oh, this one's pretty good actually, but Bennett's using this, huh? What else do we got? This one could be good too, actually. Pyro HP attack. So I either have to break Bennett or Xiangling's set, which I don't really like the idea of, but we'll get there. We'll see. All right, and for our helmet, we want something with crit rate, crit damage, HP, and ideally ER. This one's a pretty good candidate. 3 lines of crit damage, 2 lines of HP. We have, let's see, crit damage. Oh, this one is EM. This one's pretty good too, actually. I don't want to break Al Haitam's set either, though. This one also has HP crit. HP crit. I really want HP crit ER if possible. Crit HP. Huh. I don't have that many helmets that give ER. Or, here's one. Okay, so this one is crit rate, low crit damage, but it gives ER and HP. Her kit is so specific in all the wrong ways. So sad. Okay, so I might do this. This one is okay too. 3 lines of crit damage. 1 EM, 1 HP. I feel like I might have enough ER, so maybe I'll just go with this, and then I'll go pyro damage here. Alright, I'm gonna steal Xiangling. I'm gonna steal Xiangling's set. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Let's go crit rate and HP. Oh, this one's not bad either. We got HP ER crit damage. And then we have HP ER crit damage. I'll go with this one. This seems better. Alright, so this is her setup. We are looking at about 28k HP. What is this? 800, 1500 attack, 100 EM, 55 crit, 113 crit damage, about 200 ER, and 46 pyro damage. And then when her burst is active, because of emblem, we're going to get about 50% more damage. So this effectively goes up to about 96%. So is this the biggest garbage or not? we will find out. We will see how this goes. Oh, I need to do talents next. All right, talents, and then we're all ready to go, sort of. She's not level 90, but we're like kind of ready to go. Oh, does that mean I don't need to raise her burst talents? Because all of her damage, like burst damage, like during her burst, it doesn't scale off of her normal talents, I'm guessing. I'm gonna wait for somebody smart to reply. I'm assuming it's just all burst damage, since her attacks don't count as normal attacks. All right, no answer. I'm gonna start by burst and skill. Okay, there we go. Answers are coming. It is burst damage only. Sad thing is you need Kazuha, Bennett, Xiangling to go with Dehya to feel like she's doing stuff. That's funny. All right, so I'll start with her burst then. Burst and skill. Looks like I have enough for just one. Okay, so burst goes to 7. And then let's see if I can craft a few of those. What was it? It is Praxis. Okay. Let's craft some Praxis. Oh yeah, I wonder if... Yeah, Vikram Singh raises an interesting point. The interruption resist combined with a damage reduction for your on-field character means that you could like use a character that requires interruption resist, like Wanderer or Ganyu, for example, without having to run a shield character. So that's kind of interesting. That's an interesting use of her off-field skill. Let's see, Ingenuity, Praxis, this one. 10% chance. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't get any bonus there? Oh, that feels bad. 0 out of 22, jeez. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh no. I'm out of the green ones. No, god. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess her skill is staying. God damn it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I guess her skill's staying at 1 for now. That feels really bad. Press talent reference, dude. Oh, thank you. Good tip. Yeah, if I go talent... Wait, where is it? Oh, talent reference, I see. Oh, statistics are being tabulated. Alright, so I guess they're waiting on people to raise their talents and then we'll get a better idea. My luck has been used up. Rookie mistake. You should never upgrade all of your green materials into blue ones. You should always leave 3 of like everything. Jeez. Rookie mistake. Alright, let's think. What do we want to do here? I think I'm going to pair her with something like Rosaria, maybe. Something like Bennett. Like Bennett, Sucrose, Rosaria, Dehya. So like... Or let's see, how do I want to do this? Bennett, Sucrose TTSD. So then... I think I'm going to go Bennett... And then put down her field. So then, yeah, Bennett's 12 seconds. Hers is 12 seconds. Sucrose comes in, gives the TTSD to Rosaria, and then I switch back to Dehya. Okay. So then she's going to be kind of like an on-field pyro support to enable Rosaria's melts. So we're going to be doing something like that. We'll see. So it's really just like she's basically taking Xiangling's place in the Melt Rosaria team that I normally run. And then here we'll just do something pretty typical. Let's see. I need a healer here. Try to do Yao Yao. I can do Yao Yao, right? Yeah, I'll do Yao Yao. That face when the results are never tabulated because nobody builds her. Wouldn't that be something? That'd be so funny. Sorry I put her on the second half, so we have to get through this first half first, but hopefully it'll be quick. I'm afraid Dehya hard to fulfill the burst. Yeah, we'll see how our energy requirements are. I've got about 200 ER on her, and I also just got an ER card from this Floor's Blessing, so it may be enough, but we'll see. I also have Fab on Bennett, so that always helps. I actually don't know if my Rosaria is built either. I should have checked before I came in. We'll see. Hopefully she has the Missive Spear with like the melt setup. Alright. Here we go. On this first chamber, Sucrose is going to be doing most of the work because this chamber is just about grouping for the most part. Okay, we put down Rosaria's and then we're going to burst. Whew. Man, that animation's so nice though. That's why we really pull her, right? Okay, so her burst is almost up after that first rotation. So I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. But yeah, wow, that damage is really low actually. I guess I didn't level up her skill, so that's probably why. Oh, whoops. Ah, shoot. That was supposed to be her skill, not her burst. That feels bad. Her design is 6 stars for sure. Hell yeah. That's what we really pull for, right? Rosaria's ER is actually struggling a lot here because I don't have a second cryo. You know, if you jump in her burst, you cancel the burst. Oh, interesting. Isn't that bad? Do we want that, actually? Do we ever want to cancel her burst early? Because I feel like that's where she gets most of her damage, right? Oh man, that's so satisfying though. The animation is great. Oh, maybe I should have taken the HP card. No, I think the burst. That's terrible for Overworld. Nobody wants that but Hoyoverse or anything. Yeah, I wonder why would they want to cancel the burst when you jump? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what I would have thought. Brian C said they should have made it so that jumping triggers the final hit early. I feel like that's more appropriate. So then you can kind of, so it ends the burst early, but then you still get that like final like jumping hit animation, which is pretty thematic or appropriate, I think. But yeah, it's kind of weird that they just kind of end it immediately. Oh my god, these guys. These guys never let me down. Any stream plan for us East Coasters? Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream. So I'm in the Pacific. I'm on the Pacific coast, so then I'm 3 hours ahead of you guys. So then I started streaming this at around 8 p.m., which is 11 p.m. for you guys, obviously. So then I'm gonna try to do some like afternoon streams in the weekends. So then I'll stream at like 2 p.m. my time, which is 5 p.m. your time, which I hope is kind of a better time for you. I could also do like a midday stream too, I guess. So do like, I don't know. Oh wait, I don't have cookie skill active, shoot. I could do like a 4 p.m. stream, which would be 7 p.m. your time, so something like that. How did I just learn Nahida press skill can still apply the Trikarma? Yeah, it can. It's just shorter range, so it only affects the enemies directly around you. But yeah, it still does the exact same thing. The burst should reset the duration of the skill rather than resetting it. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like kind of like Goro, because like that's what Goro does, right? His burst is kind of like a clone of a skill, so then you get an extra copy of it. I feel like they should have done something like that. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. This chamber is, oh my goodness. I hate this chamber. I hate this chamber so much. I also didn't come in with burst charged up, so that's kind of a problem. If my Rosaria's burst were up, that wouldn't have been an issue. Yeah, and like Kokomi, exactly. Average chamber 2 experience. Yeah, indeed. Relatable. Barely make it through the first half and then get immediately one shot on the second half. Feels like chamber 2, man. Ooh, I don't want to use Xingqiu's burst here. I'm just gonna have to try to beat this with just Nahida. Okay, there we go. Alright. Second attempt, here we go. Try to get a little bit more energy this time. Did she still die? Oh my god. Oh, this is actually so frustrating. Alright, I need to... Since Rosario's burst isn't up, I think I pretty much need to save Sukros's burst for the Cryo Kenki. The alternative is to just not be bad and dodge it, but unfortunately that's not an option for me. I like that the enemies can actually kill you here. Feels a little more challenging. Yeah, that's true. It does feel like a real floor 12 challenge now. Instead of having like frustrating mechanics like not being able to hit enemies. So it does reward good mechanical play too. Do you need to apply Dehya's skill a second time to get the damage reduction? That is a good question. I didn't read it that carefully. You might... I will see. Bennett is the only character that can survive those Kenki's bursts. Yeah, I think you're right. On this team, I think Bennett's the only one that has enough HP to survive that. Oh, Jesus. I almost died. Actually, Dehya has a pretty good amount of HP too, so that she could work as a tank. Alright, save Rosaria this time. Having the uptime on Dehya's skill is actually kind of nice because it's pretty much always up, it seems like, because of the sack proc. Oh man, that was a really nice combo actually. I feel like I got almost all of Rosaria's burst hits there. Oh, almost lost her there. That was close. Okay, so didn't quite get the 3-star clear, but pretty close. Pretty close. I think if my like skill talents were leveled up and her like weapon is a little better, and she's level 90, I feel like I had enough damage to clear that. So if she's fully built, I think I think she could have 3-starred that chamber. But again, I feel like a lot of the work is being done by Bennett and Rosaria anyway. So then Dehya is kind of like a worse version of Xiangling in this team comp. I guess she gives the team a little bit more survivability. So then she's like a little bit more suitable for this iteration of the Abyss, where you don't need as much damage but more survivability. So there is that. Is this Abyss Blessing thing either benefiting Dehya or still aggravate Bloom? This one is... Let me think. This is Disorder. What is this week's Blessing? I think this is the one where if you deal Dendro damage, it increases your damage %. I believe it's that one. So yeah, it only benefits Dendro damage dealers. It's pretty much for Al-Haytham, Nahida, and Tinari only, basically. Because you have to deal Dendro damage in order to get the damage % buff. Dehya is for moral support and style. Hell yeah. Make sure I keep the boss facing the wall. Oh, interesting. He didn't even travel there. He just stayed invisible, or he went invisible in place. Huh. I guess because he didn't have enough room to travel forward against the wall, is my guess. Alright, let's see if she can 3-star this one. Oh, whoa, what was that? Aw, dang, the other one is not in Rosaria's burst. That sucks. Oh my god, that killed... What? Oh my goodness, I can't believe that killed her. Hyper Bloom is so satisfying to watch, all the different colored numbers. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Attack. Yeah, I think I'm still going to take attack. Yeah, Hyper Bloom is definitely the best reaction in the game right now. Just so many reactions going on at any given point. Oh my god, these things chase me forever. Thanks for the Abyss guides, really appreciate it. You're very welcome, Joshua Kim. Thank you for watching. Alright, let's see if we can keep Dehya alive this time. We had a pretty good start, I feel like. I'm gonna change my angle a bit so that I can try to hit all 3 of them this time. Okay, that was a little bit better. Oh my god, that this is insane. Those bubbles do so much damage. Okay. Let's recharge Rosaria's burst while we're waiting for the beast to spawn. Oh, I got pushed really far. How many are left? Oh, we still have the Viper. Shoot. I don't know if this is in sync enough. The Viper is way too delayed compared to the other two. I got her, but... Oh, they're not even inside. They're not even inside Rosaria's burst. Yeah, if my grouping of the beast was a little bit better though, I think I would have gotten it there. But leaving the Viper out meant that I had to use another rotation on him. Alright, I'll try one more time just so that we can say we 3-starred Chamber 3 with Dehya. I don't wanna leave after getting this close. We really gotta sell the propaganda here. Yeah, and Kuki really climbed up the tier list, huh? She's like the 4-star character to have these days. Wait, it's taking him forever to go invisible. Oh god, I can't see anything. Is your Bennett C6? No, he's not. He's at C4 actually. I didn't think about a reverse melt team for Dehya with Rosaria. Yeah, we're just trying it out. We're trying some copium teams. We're pairing her up with some really strong carries and then saying that it's actually Dehya doing all the work. Kuki is the Xiangling of Dendro. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. The nice thing is that it seems like with this setup, the ER on Dehya seems to be okay. We're not having too much issue with her burst so far, so that's kind of nice. Ooh, that was close. Oh no, that Sucrose burst completely whiffed. That's really bad. Oh, the Rosaria burst whiffed too. Oh no. That feels so bad. I was trying to get my target cursor to switch onto the serpent or the bird, but it just kept sticking to the scorpion. And all of my skills just went over to the right. That was a really bad positioning there. Gotta be honest, despite Dehya offering resistance to interruption, I would rather take Xiangling to this floor instead of Dehya. Sometimes kill faster can help you dodge a lot more damage. Yeah, that is also true. A good defense or just killing all the enemies really quickly. Fontaine will make Dehya great, I believe. We can all inhale that copium. Did you also pull for Dehya? KNMRT? Yeah, that's a good point. Organic olive oil says that might not be copium. There's a lot of regions that made previously underwhelming characters a lot better. Kuki is a really good example of that, actually. With the introduction of Dendro, Kuki became pretty much went from being unused almost to being like a tier 1 4-star character. So that's that is a good point. So we might see some, maybe we'll see like a Hydro character that can trigger on burst or something like that. That would be really cool. So that all of Dehya's punches during her burst get vaporized. Wouldn't that be sweet? Oh, dang, I miss Rosaria's. Oh my god, that feels so bad. I guess that's the problem with using a stationary carry like Rosaria. If the enemy walks out of it, it's just over. I wonder if I should start... Maybe I'll start on the Viper side this time. Maybe that'll be a little better. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, this does feel a lot better, actually. Where's the bird? Did I get all of them? I did. Okay, sweet. So I have about 1 rotation's worth of time to get everybody here. Let's see if... I think I'll be able to get it here. So we got Sucrose's burst. We got Rosaria's burst down. Yeah, there we go. We finally 3-starred a floor 12 chamber with Dehya. This is evidence that she is worthy of the Spiral Abyss. Toma too, but not as crazy. That's a good point, yeah. Toma's also the Burgeon enabler after Dendro's release. Sad I didn't get Kuki since Hyper Bloom is my favorite reaction now. I've been using Fischl instead and it's been okay. Yeah, Fischl can also work as long as you have an Animo character supporting her. Without Animo though, Fischl's kind of she's a little copium because she barely deals any AoE electro damage, so you really need that. You really need those swirls for the AoE electro damage and trigger. Alright, we did it. I wonder what... Yeah, Dehya S tier now. Confirmed. I'm trying to think. What else? Can she be used? I wonder if she can be used for a Burgeon team? Because 2.5 seconds is like enough to... Although, I guess that's kind of slow because... Like, even Toma is kind of slow and his... Well, I guess for Toma, though, you're usually relying on an Animo character also. How often is Toma's? Once every 1 second. Okay, yeah. So his is much more frequent. So his is definitely a much more consistent pyro trigger for Burgeon. Man, if they had made this like... If they made the skill trigger like 1.5 seconds, just like Kuki's skill, for example, I feel like she can become so much more usable. But 2.5 is so slow. It's so slow, man. It's actually concerning that Dehya barely managed to clear it in time. Yeah, how sad, right? It's too bad. It's too bad. Look how they massacred our girl. Yeah, Toma is 1 second procs, yeah. So 2.5 times faster than Dehya's procs. What else can we do with her? I think Vaporize is out of the question. Oh, Overload is the other one, I guess. We could try an Overload team and see if those triggers are fast enough. Kind of like what Kazuha does in an Overload team. You know how his burst absorbs Pyro and then it triggers like a big AoE Pyro every 2 seconds? And that's kind of what I'm thinking. So if we have like a very fast Electro Applier and then Dehya's skill, you know, it flares up every 2.5 seconds and then each of those triggers AoE damage on all the triggers Overload on all of the enemies in that area. And then if there's multiple enemies within her area, then each of those overloads can deal AoE damage. So similar to how a Kazuha Overload team works. Xiangling plus on-field DPS Bennett without anyone else would probably clear faster than this, yeah. It's too slow for Burgeon. She also has the added perk of missing the seeds if enemies have higher hitboxes. Oh, interesting. So then so I guess the skill hits the enemies rather than like coming up from the ground. I thought it was like the skill like hits everything within the area, but it sounds like it's actually only hitting the enemies that are inside the area, based on what K-On MRT said. Gio, I got Keqing recently. Want to build Aggravate team. Keqing, Fischl, Yao Yao. Questioning last slot for Nahida or Kazuha. What would be a better swap? Let's see. Don't want to play no heal. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't take out Yao Yao. I think definitely keep Yao Yao there because of what you said. I don't... let's see. I feel like both of those are pretty good. I would probably do like Nahida for... Well, I was going to say Nahida for single target, but then Kazuha is also okay for single target too, because he gives the VV, the res shred, the electro res shred. I feel like both are really good options. I guess if you need grouping, then Kazuha is probably the better option. Whereas if the enemies are spread apart, or if it's like single target, then Nahida might be better. But yeah, it's hard to say. Both are very good. Although I guess Yao Yao on her own might not give you enough Dendro application, but usually you don't need that much Dendro application for Quicken teams anyway, because the Quicken debuff itself lasts for like 9 seconds, so even if you can trigger just a couple times per rotation, it's enough. Zajev tested it out on Ruin Grader. It doesn't hit the seeds often for the Burgeon to be viable. Oh, dang. Okay. That's disappointing. You could try Mona, Kokomi, Bennett, Vape. Oh, I see. So then Mona and okay. So then Mona and Kokomi are applying Hydro like really, really quickly. That might work actually. It might be fast enough because... Oh, and I'm interested in the ICD of her punches too during her burst. I'm assuming they have like a standard ICD, which means if she's punching like 8 or 9 times, then only maybe 3 or 4 of them are going to trigger Vaporize. So then there's that too. Unless it has a special ICD. I don't know if it does. It's so hard to decide. Kazuha damage, Res Shred, Nahida more Hyperbloom, EM. Yeah. I don't think you can go wrong with either. Huh. I feel like I lean a little bit more toward Nahida because she enables like so many strong teams, like Hyperbloom teams for example with Nahida Shinchukuki is like so strong, and then Burgeon teams or even like Burning teams can be enabled with Nahida. So then just the fact that she unlocks a lot of basically like every Dendro team possible, Nahida gives you a lot of value to your roster in that regard. But then I guess you can say something similar for Kazuha as well. He's pretty much staple in a lot of teams that deal any kind of elemental damage. So freeze teams, vaporize teams, melt teams, overload teams even. Kazuha is really, really useful. So Yeah, it's a really hard choice actually between Nahida and Kazuha. Once Dainsleff comes out, Dehya will be his best support, mark my words. We can hope, right? We can hope. Alright, we're gonna go... Next thing we're gonna try is overloaded. We're gonna go full EM overloaded Dehya. Oh, but the problem here is that I don't have... I need 4 more of these. Can I go get them really quick? How much resin do I have right now? I have 71. Okay, so if I pop 1 fragile resin, I can actually do it. Let's do it. Oh, you have both Nahida and Kazuha. Okay. Yeah, in that case, yeah, then you can pretty much just use either one, I think, and then it's just a matter of like what, depending on the chamber, what you need more. Like if you need grouping and Kazuha's vacuum, then I would go with Kazuha. Otherwise, I would probably just go with Nahida. Yeah, if you have both Nahida and Kazuha, you just flip a coin, you pick one, and then both of them can probably clear whatever it is you're trying to clear. Not prepared for level 90 Dehya, yeah, sorry. I was off by like 1 day. I needed like 1 more day's worth of resin to get enough materials to 90 her, but oh, whoops. But I was slacking. I'm sorry, Dehya. Okay. Ooh, we got 3 there too. We were so close to having enough. What's the verdict on her? So far, it's seeming like she's not that good. She's kind of like a worse version of... I see her as kind of like a worse version of... What do we compare it to? She has off-field pyro damage and a little bit of on-field pyro damage. Probably just like a Xiangling or a Toma. I guess she's like a worse version of Toma. Maybe not strictly worse, because she definitely deals more damage than Toma. But she just doesn't have as much utility. So yeah, 3-star character confirmed. In the meantime, let's see. Hey Geo, if used as double hydro hyperbloom driver, would attack sands be better than EM sands on Al Haytham? Yeah, I would. Well, it depends. I think for Al Haytham, you wanna balance his EM and attack kind of carefully. I think you want somewhere around 300 to like 350 EM, and then the rest you just put into attack. So I would work off of that. So then just look at how much EM he has from the rest of his kit. And then if it looks like he needs EM, like if he has less than 300 EM, then I would probably just stick with the EM sands. Otherwise, if your EM requirement is already kind of satisfied and you're hitting close to that 300, 350 mark, then I would probably just go for the attack sands. I personally put an ER sands on him just because I like having his burst on every rotation. But otherwise, I would probably do an attack sands. 3-star Xinyan. Have you rolled for her already? Yeah, I have her. I did already roll, I'm sorry. We've been doing some like building and Spiral Abyss runs with her. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay. I forgot I added her to my roster. Alright, are we ready for like EM Dehya? Is that what we're gonna do here? Ooh, look at that juicy 100 EM. That looks good. We got a 65 EM. That's another good one. Actually, I'm going to go Gilded because I feel like I don't have that many Gilded pieces. Actually, no, this works. This works. We have Gilded. Oh, we have lots of Gilded pieces. Actually, I lied. ER crit rate, crit damage, attack HP. I kind of want more ER. I'll take the HP. I'll take the HP. And then for this, we just need EM. I want to go EM HP. Let's see what we got for EM HP here. Apparently not much. This one's not bad, actually. This one has EM HP, attack, and ER. But then that means we have to break Sucrose's set again, which is never good. I'll do this one. This one is ER and flat HP. Okay. So then, wow, 1082 EM. So her overloads are gonna hit pretty hard. We don't actually need that much ER because we're just gonna be using her skill. Wow, I wonder if Thundering Fury is actually better for this instead of flat EM. Do you think her BIS weapon is worth it? I already have Wolf's Grave. I was looking at it. It does seem like a really good fit for her. Like, all of its effects and stats benefit her like pretty well and fit her kit really, really nicely. I feel like if you already have Gravestone, then it's not going to be a substantial upgrade over it. Because Gravestone is also a really good stat stick. I mean, her BIS is probably still better just because of how it's designed, and I'm sure they designed it so that it is better. But I feel like if you already have a 5-star Claymore, then probably not worth going for it unless you like really like chasing signature weapons. Mine has 42 EM from substats. Yeah, I definitely want to get that EM Sands then, because yeah, you do that EM does go a long way when he triggers those mirrors. Overload meta coming. Her weapon seems like a good general weapon. Yeah, I mean the fact that it's like high crit and also gives like a good amount of attack is good, but I don't know. You miss out on a lot of the like buffs that it's giving, because it gives 32% HP and then it also gives attack when the character takes damage. So then those are kind of more niche effects, I feel like. Although I guess if you're on field, then you are going to be taking damage, so that's totally fine actually. He's back up, right? Okay, yeah, he is. Her weapon is a good stat stick for everyone because attack buffs are more frequent. Oh, I see. Yeah, so I guess people are saying it's pretty useful, so maybe it is worth it, but I don't know. I'm always wary of pulling on the weapon banner because I feel like there's just so many good 4-star options already out there. Actually, I'm just gonna use this team. Hello, Dehya Haver. Hello. Are you also a fellow Dehya Haver, Romulo Alexander? New Abyss where you can knock the enemies off the stage and overload. that would be pretty wild, actually. I think there are actually some Abyss stages in the earlier floors where you actually can knock enemies off. I don't know if that's Abyss or if that's just the character demos that I'm mistaking it with. Maybe not. By the way, thank you for your Abyss guides. You're very welcome. Thank you for watching them. I tried pulling for her BIS for my Diluc, but got Skyward Blade. Have 20 days to farm for 65 pity. Good luck. Oh wait, yeah, I need to replenish. Just pop one of these. Alright, now she's ready. Now she's ready to be level 90. Assuming I have enough of those Pyro Ascension crystals, actually. I don't know if I do, we'll see. Those are always really expensive. Got 36 stars because of your guide's last Abyss. Clearing Abyss from the bottom is a big mind helper. Ooh, that's awesome. I'm glad my advice is helpful. Is the staff any good? Oh, I haven't even looked at the staff. Let me see. I'm assuming it synergizes well with Sino. Oh wait, this is... We've already had this one, right? This is like this was on Sino's banner before, right? Unless... Is this a new one actually? Whoa, base attack 44. So what is this? This is like 40 crit rate? Like 42 crit rate? Holy crap. The equipping character gains 52% of their EM as bonus attack. 52% of their EM as bonus attack. So if you have 600 EM, you get 300 attack. Okay, I see. When an elemental skill hits opponents, the Dream of Scarlet Sands effect will be gained. The equipping character gains 28% of their elemental mastery as bonus attack. Okay, so then it basically is just a really big attack steroid scaling off of EM. So then that means you can just run an EM Sands, and then that effectively doubles as like an attack Sands, I see. That's pretty cool. So this is obviously built for quick bloom teams. So electro characters, who can basically trigger hyper bloom with his high EM, but still also deal high base damage by having the crit and also the attack buffs. Start at the bottom, now we're here. Staff is also good for Xiangling and Hu Tao. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Actually, yeah, anybody who can make use of EM, this is great for. Yeah, this is basically like a really good version of the Missive Sphere, like the 4-star polearm that we had recently from the recent event, the one that I use on Rosaria. Because yeah, it basically encourages you to build EM on your character, and then you don't miss out on any attack as a result of that. Oh, max 3 stacks. Oh my goodness, holy crap. Oh, but it has to be on skill use, so there actually aren't that many characters who can use this, so it has to be somebody who has a very low skill cooldown, I see. So for most characters, it's just going to be 1 stack of this. Okay. But yeah, this is a great weapon, actually, now that I look at it. So you could use this on like Reverse Melt Rosaria, you could use this on Hu Tao, Xiangling, any polearm character who can scale off of EM. If you click on the magnifying glass in the weapon... Oh, there it is. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, I was like looking for it. That's where you can actually look at the weapons. Okay. That's very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, this magnifying glass is well hidden. Aggravate Raiden is copium. So sad. Ooh, do I not have enough of these? Let's see. I can make 23 here. I can make 108. I have one of these. One of these. One of these. Okay. Probably not going to be... How many of these do I have? 74, 168, 65, 164, 25, 39, 80. Okay, so I have a lot of Geo crystals. So I have a lot of Geo and Electro, it looks like. So I'll probably convert one of these. Oh, I only have... Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have done that. I should have checked how much dust I had. I didn't even realize. Okay, so I'll convert 2 of these to Pyro. Dang, I'm all out of dust. I didn't realize. Oh. And then... I need 4 of the big ones. So I need 12 of these. Okay. We heard you like magnifying glasses, so we put a magnifying glass in your magnifying glass. Alright, now we can really ascend her. Alright, we are there, boys. Ladies and gentlemen. We got 7% more HP. We are there. Oh no, I don't have the experience books. Oh no. Actually, it's going to be close. But I don't think we're going to make it. Oof. Alright, 88. 88's as high as you go, Dehya. Sorry. Alright, overload Dehya. Here we come. So with this, the idea is we're gonna use... I think I'm gonna go for like a Raiden. Like, basically like a Hyper Raiden, but then it's like Overload Raiden. So it's kind of like a Sunfire, basically. Actually, yeah, that'll work. That'll work, because... Yeah, okay, so then I'm gonna go for something like this. So then this is gonna be like my Electro Charge core. So then Raiden and Yelan will apply electrocharged, and then Dehya's skill will like trigger every 2.5 seconds, which is very slow. And then each time it triggers, we're gonna get overload and we're gonna get vaporize. So then she's kind of like an off-field elemental damage or elemental reaction trigger. That's what we're going for here. Does that sound okay? Hope that's okay. We will see. And here we're gonna go Yao Yao Xingqiu. Let's use All Haitam this time instead of Nahida. Let's shake things up a little bit. Imagine not having several thousand experience books. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really letting everybody down here. Really letting everybody down tonight. Nice, okay. Oh wait, I ran out of... Oh. Okay, that's okay. We can just use on field instead. I'll hide them with the umbrella sword. Yeah, it's like his... I'm pretty sure it's like his best 4-star weapon, isn't it? Is there a better one? I guess Iron Sting is pretty good, actually. How are you liking All Haitam? I like him. I'm coming to like it's like a lot of his damage comes from his like passive procs, like the mirrors that like spin around and like hail rain on them. Like so then his personal damage, like from just his normal attacks and skills, actually don't deal, or from his normal attacks don't deal as much damage as I would have liked. So I'm kind of like not really used to that. But aside from that, like once you get used to like him dealing most of his damage with his passive procs and then also his burst, I think it's just kind of like a matter of changing expectations, because I thought he was going to be like a really strong on-field dendro damage dealer who like is dealing really high, who's like hitting really hard with like dendro normal attacks, but it's more like you're kind of triggering these periodic dendro procs that deal most of the damage. So then I had to adjust my expectations a bit, but otherwise I like him. I really like his burst animation. I think that's awesome. His normal attack string animations are also really good. And then I like the plunging attack combo where you can dive straight and still do his plunging attack. I think that's a pretty cool mechanic. So I think aesthetically he's like really well designed. I find the idea of him fighting with an umbrella funny. That is true, huh? Ooh, no animo on this side, actually. I just realized. This might be doomed, actually. Because the third chamber is also going to need animo. So I don't know if this is actually going to work. Let's see, how much are these overloads hitting for? I don't see any overload procs. Oh, okay, there was one. It's actually really slow. Wow, I guess I don't realize how slow 2.5 seconds is. Like, that's like... Huh. Yeah, 11... Wait, is she using... Oh, wait, is Raiden using Dragon's Bane? Oh, no. This is not... Okay, this is not, like, the right team here. Oh my gosh, what was that proc? Okay, so the overloads are hitting for 15k, which is like not bad, but it's just like they only happen every 2.5 seconds, so it's like I don't know. I feel like if I had gone, let me see, what am I missing here? So I need a grouper here because I need the enemies to like stay together since I'm using a overload team. But then I don't really have room to sacrifice any. I guess I would give up Yalan, and so then instead of like a overvape team, it just becomes like a true overload team. But then I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, like here when the enemies are all grouped up, the overloads are actually being really effective. But without the grouping, it's really struggling. Against the Kenkis, this is going to be pretty good because the Kenkis are stationed, or they can't be knocked out of the overload range, obviously. But on the third chamber, this is also going to be really rough. I use Sumeru Leaf Sword on Haitam for the looks, and the ER helps. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's a good idea actually, because you get the extra EM from the leaves. I think that's a good weapon too. Yeah, so either that, Iron Sting, or the Umbrella. Probably your best choices here for all Haitam. I refuse to use the Umbrella on anyone other than Shinobu. Oh, I'm getting pushed. Hi, how's Dehya? She's doing okay. She's doing alright. I think a lot of people are let down by her, but we're trying to find some teams to make her work. She's definitely not the strongest character, I'll tell you that. She's definitely not like a game-changing character. She doesn't really offer anything that we can't already accomplish with strong pyro damage dealers like Xiangling or Toma. So, yeah, definitely mediocre, especially considering she's a 5-star. But her aesthetics are pretty sweet. What's your opinion about delay Burgeon with Nahida, Xingqiu, Yalan, Dehya? I think, yeah, so some people were talking about it, but apparently, so I think it can work. 2.5, I think the biggest concern is that her skill just doesn't proc frequently enough because it's every 2.5 seconds, and that's just not enough to output enough damage. And even when it does proc, apparently on like bigger enemies or taller enemies, since it only hits it hits where the enemies are, so then for when it's hitting taller enemies, that pyro damage isn't enough to actually trigger the seeds that are on the floor. So then against heavies or against like ruin guards and like ruin graders, apparently it's not great either. So I don't know, definitely some issues. We roast her because we love her. Burning Dehya. I think burning in general is not super good unless you have like pyro or hydro to kind of supplement it. Because so far what I've seen is like burning is good as like a pyro, almost used as like a pyro aura, so that you can melt off of it or vaporize off of it. So then you would need another, you would effectively be like using Dehya to set up the burning, but then the damage would probably be being dealt by a secondary cryo or hydro carry. I heard the Claymore is better than Broken Pine for Eula. Is that true? Is that true? I have a hard time believing that, because Broken Pine is really good on Eula. And Eula does not benefit from the HP, so you're really just using it for the crit and the attack stat stick. But I feel like Pine's super high base attack and physical damage, and the attack speed that it offers, I feel like it has to be better than this one, I feel like. Geo, do you think Dehya could work as a TOM bot in certain teams? Yeah, I was wondering that too, because her skill triggers every 2.5, and TOM lasts for... Does Millith buff last for 2 seconds or 3 seconds? It's in that range. So then she has like good uptime on Millith, 4-piece Millith, buffs, and the HP, she obviously benefits from the HP. So then, yeah, I feel like she could be used as like an off-field buffer in that regard. So, some uses there too. Alright, let's see how this looks. Well, that was close. I want to try to push the animal one a little bit closer to the others because he's a little too far here. Oh, I missed my skill. That sucks. Yeah, but now that everybody's separated, this is, yeah, not great. Yeah, I feel like this combo is like pretty good. Like when you can get like everybody inside of like Raiden's burst and inside Dehya's like skill area, it's actually like not looking too bad. Like that AoE damage is like pretty good, I feel like. But it's pretty niche. Like I definitely like the Kenkis work here because they can't be pushed back. But then if I'm trying to use this against light enemies, I would definitely need Animo here. So then I would probably have to replace Yelan, and then I would be doing something like a Hyper Raiden team where I have Bennett, Animo, and Raiden, and then I just have Dehya there to like trigger overloads. So then I don't know, feels kind of copium. Her defensive side is struggling too much to her purpose. Yeah, that's also true. Like I feel like I'm not really feeling the impact of her like damage reduction and the interruption resist. Like maybe I'm just taking it for granted, but my team still feels like very frail and feels like it's getting pushed around a lot, even though like I still have Dehya. Oh. It's a good thing Yaya is a freaking tank. Finish him off, Alaitham. Oh, the bird got out of the way. That's too bad. Gio, can you explain the difference between enemy def and elemental res? Oh, good question. Enemy def is... well, I'll start with res first because that's easier to explain. So elemental resistance is just a percentage of damage that enemies decrease when they take that elemental damage. So then if a character or if an enemy has 15% electro res, that means every time I deal electro damage to that enemy, they take 15% less damage. So then if I'm outputting, let's say, 10,000 damage, then when it hits the enemy, it actually reduces it by 15%, and they actually only take 8,500 damage. Enemy def is also a mitigation factor. It's a percentage that reduces the damage that they take, but it's based on the difference in levels between the enemy's level and the character who's dealing damage, or in the level of the character who's dealing damage. And when the enemy and the character are the same level, the damage reduction is exactly 50%. So that's kind of like the standard. So then if you're fighting an enemy who is the exact same level as you, they take half the damage that you output. And this is stacking on top of whatever res they already have. So in the same example that I just had, if I have a level 90 Raiden fighting a level 90 enemy, and I put out 10,000 electro damage, and they have 15% electro res, then that gets reduced by 15% first, which is 8,500, and then it gets cut by 50% again because of the def, and then they end up taking 40 to 50 damage. And then that def, or the percentage reduction from the def, increases as the gap between your between the character and the enemy level increases. So then if the character is like level 80, for example, and the enemy is level 100, then it gets reduced by like 60, I believe like 55% or something like that, 55 or like 57%. So then it's not a huge amount. So then it's usually floating between like 50% and 60% reduction. But yeah, def is basically just a factor that gets reduced based on the difference in levels, and then elemental res is another factor that reduces your damage based on it's just a stat that they have. Let's see, Taylor. Is her skill still not leveled? It ups her damage reduction. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, that must be why. Goes up 2% per level. Starts at 32, goes up 2%. Okay, so it's not a huge, I guess. So it starts at 32, so if you get it up to talent level 8, then that's 14% more. That would put you at 46%. So, I mean, that's a pretty good increase, 32 to 46. So, yeah, I guess her skill level being level 1 is not too good. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, enemy def is something that gets ignored a lot of times. A lot of players don't even realize that it exists. And that's why leveling your character is important, not just for the stats that they gain and for like the EM or for like transformative reaction characters, but for a lot of carries, it's really beneficial to have them high leveled just to decrease that gap between the enemy level and your level, and then decrease that res. Or decrease that defense, sorry. Alright, round 2, here we go. Oh yeah, 2.5 seconds feels like an eternity. Like, I feel like it's like not triggering. And the green one has run away as usual. Yeah, and +1 to what Organic Olive Oil said. Like, a lot of times, if you're looking for damage increases, I usually recommend going for like level and talent increases as opposed to artifact increases, because artifact increases are random and level increases are like permanent and basically guaranteed. So always go for the like guaranteed damage boost instead of the RNG damage boosts. Alright, this was also a failure. I'm sorry, Dehya, I couldn't do you justice. I feel like if we had an Animo character here, it would have been better. But then, I mean, Yelan's doing a lot of work too, so maybe not. All right. We try to reverse melt team. That seemed to work out okay, but again, Rosario was the one doing most of the damage there, and Dehya is just kind of setting up for the Pyro Aura. And then we also tried an Overload team. I feel like the Overload can work. I'm wondering if there's a way to have her be on field, because then her Pyro application is a lot better, right? So then if we have something like, I don't know, Raiden, Fischl, Dehya, and an Animo character. No, but then we don't have a healer then. Maybe just Raiden. Maybe Raiden is enough electro damage. And then, let me think. I don't know. 2.5 seconds is that much percent of 1 day. That's way too long. It really is. 2.5 seconds is just, it's way too slow for an off-field trigger. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is BP. Okay. I was like, what just happened? Pure Pyro team with Xiangling, Bennett, Sucrose, Kazuha. Yeah, I wonder if she'd be better off like with something like that. Just rely on our Pyro DPS, since she can't really seem to trigger reactions very reliably. So then just go raw Pyro. Treat her kind of like an Ito almost, like a Pyro version of Ito who just does pure geo damage. Maybe something like that. I don't know if her scalings are high enough to justify that, but that could work. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much to everybody who swung by and watched me roll for Dehya. We had some pretty good rolls actually. We got a good number of 5 stars. Got pretty lucky with our rolls. So thank you for sending that luck my way. Thank you for watching me clear Spiral Abyss with some copium Dehya teams and spreading that Dehya propaganda. On a more serious note, if you're trying to build your roster, this Dehya's banner is definitely a skip. Sino's banner, maybe we can be argued that it's worth it because you can pick up Bennett and Sino at the same time, but then even then I don't know if it's worth it. So I think these banners aren't looking super strong this time around. We'll have to see what the 3.6 banners are to, or actually what's the second half of 3.5? I actually just realized I didn't think about that. But yeah, we'll see what the second half banners are, and hopefully those are going to be better. Alright. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for your time. Have a good night. And I will see you next time.